Hello, I am Baba Grover, Managing Partner, Hexagon Consulting. Today in this video, I'm going to walk you over the International Standard for Service Excellence, that's TISSE 2012, which is a global standard for customer service excellence and customer experience management. The standard is a comprehensive end-to-end framework which helps organizations implement a sustainable, strategic, and operational framework of the right policies, the right procedures, and the right practices to ensure the delivery of a very high level of service excellence for its end customers across all touch points. The standard complements any good TQM quality framework as it does help to shift the customer to the heart of the organization, so important today for any successful organization. The standard is the only one of its kind in India, and therefore for organizations across different industry sectors, manufacturing and services, B2B and B2C environments, etc., it's an opportunity. As we know, research and studies over the years clearly indicate a very strong correlation between an organization's success and its customer centricity, and therefore the importance of TISSE 2012. Three organizations have come together to implement the standard in India. TICSI, that's the International Customer Services Institute in UK, which governs the standard and also periodically updates the same. Hexagon Consulting, which is a boutique management consulting firm with customer experience management as one of its core practice areas, and British Standards Institution, BSi India, which really needs no introduction in most parts of the world, and in India, which is one of the world's most eminent certification bodies and also certifies the standard. The standard is based on Philip Forrest's academically accredited 5 Ps model. The 5 Ps are the right policies, the right products and the services, the premises, the processes, and the people aspects, as well as the measurement of different parameters relevant for the organization, and of course the right ways of measuring customer satisfaction. When we talk about premises in the standard, we're not just referring to the customer service department or the division of the organization that is delivering customer service. Really about the premises really refers to all touch points, whether it's from the customer service department or on the web or via email or chat, or when the customer is touching the organization during the sales process. The standard is principled around the globally renowned Deming cycle, the well-known PDCA structure. It complements any existing quality management model, as I mentioned earlier, and focuses on bringing the customer to the heart of the organization and on creating a customer-focused culture. The standard is at 3 levels. It's got 3 levels of maturity, with the international standard as the base level, which is achieved if the organization gets 55% score on the 1,000-point checklist of the standard. So if at the end of the whole assessment process, the organization achieves the 55% score, it gets certified as an international standard at a 3-star level. If, however, the organization manages to get a 75% score on this 1,000-point checklist, it gets assessed and certified at an international benchmark with a 4-star rating. At the next level of maturity is a 5-star rating, which is the international excellence level, which is achieved if the organization has achieved more than 90% on this 1,000-point checklist. As I mentioned, the checklist has got 1,000 points, which are spread across the 5 Ps and the measurement of performance and the results. You can see on the slide how they are distributed across these different categories. But the scoring is also weighted on not just whether the right documentation is in place in the organization, but also whether it's been communicated the right way across the organization and whether it's been implemented the right way across the organization. And more importantly, not just at the implementation stage, it's gone beyond implementation, and that it's been properly adopted by all concerned in the organization. What is also very important to highlight is that for certification, it's not enough to be simply meeting the minimum threshold of 55%, or 75%, or 90%, but that also the mandatory criteria have to be fully met. So over here, you have some of the mandatory criteria that I referred to earlier. So in other words, it's not enough to be meeting the minimum score of 55% or 75% or 90%, but that you also have to be green on the mandatory criteria. And summarized on this slide for you is some of the key mandatory criteria of the TISSE 2012 certification. So how do we go about it? How does this work? It's a 6-stage process. At the initial stages, which is phase 1 and phase 2, it's the stages where we prepare and do the gap analysis against the requirements of the standard. And phase 3 and phase 4 is all about mitigating the gaps, and phase 5 is about doing a reassessment to check and validate whether the gaps have been mitigated, and phase 6 is the final certification done by BSi. So there are different aspects involved on the preparation of the gap analysis, but I think at this stage, in summary, let me just bring out that all the assessments are done using an online tool. So whether it's phase 1 and 2, or phase 5 and it's done again, or phase 6, which is the final certification tool, the same checklist is used, the same online tool is used, so that there is a consistency running across the preparatory phases and the final certification phases, and makes it easy for the organization to get certified in an easy and transparent manner. So as I said earlier, apart from the institute, Hexagon Consulting is the authorized regional TICSI partner for the India region, authorized and trained and certified to implement the standard, provide consultancy, training, workshops and seminar. And the regional certification partners for India is also for many other parts of the world is BSi. And as I said earlier, BSi really doesn't need any introduction. It's one of the world's most eminent certification bodies. More on BSi, I don't need to talk too much about this, as BSi is very well known. It's a global organization operating in over 100 countries with global offices in many centers and offices in India as well. I think, as you know, they are fairly well organized to be in a position to handle the certification very effectively, just like Hexagon Consulting. On this slide, we have the TISSE Certified Coordinator Training Workshop, which is run as a specific workshop, a 2-day workshop, to train mid and senior level managers in an organization who are keen on first of all learning best practices on customer service excellence, and more importantly to understand the way the whole TISSE operating model, the whole standard, the way it works, what they need to do to really implement the different aspects of the standard in their organization, and really become internal champions in the organization so that they can facilitate and guide their teams on getting certified and their organization getting certified. This is also run periodically as an open program, and therefore it's run both as an open program once a quarter as well as customized programs as a 2-day training workshop for organizations. So in summary, Hexagon Consulting is a boutique management firm with customer experience management as one of its core practice areas. It works hand in hand with BSi to help your organization become more customer centric, and Hexagon is incidentally members of CI and NASSCOM as well. For you to get a handle on more details on the standard, the right place to go to is really the TICSI website, and the website address is there on the screen for you. You can get a pretty good feel of the standard by also taking a free self-assessment, which is a very interesting online feature available both on the Hexagon website as well as on the TICSI website, which allows you to get a feel of the scope of the standard and also to generate, by using a self-assessment process, a score on your organization yourself, and also a downloadable report, which gives you, in a very abridged and a highly summarized manner, gives you a feel of what the standard is really all about. And of course, if you need more detail, the best way to go about it is really to buy a copy of the standard and then go over it in detail. It's easily available from Hexagon Consulting. So details about Hexagon are there on the slide. We're based in Gurgaon in India, and the details are there over there. Do not hesitate to write to us for anything to do with the TICSI standard. Thank you.